Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
All right, welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, hello and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast for Wednesday. Virginia had to run off and do some kids stuff. So, yeah, she is out. She'll be back with us tomorrow, though. Just something she had to do this afternoon. So,
yeah, it's clouded in mystery.
It is. So, yeah, just mommy type stuff.
Some are saying pink lies part 2. We don't know. It's too early to say.
Oh, wow. Okay, crazy.
Too early to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Got this from Matt. He said, found Virginia's highway. It's the end of Southern Boulevard. You can see right there, State Route 80 turns to Hooker. So she loves that.
She does like, she's using hooker a lot. That's her big buzzword these days.
That is. Everybody's a hooker.
There was one day I think I counted 7 in a show.
Yeah.
I have a hooker tally.
She kind of gets on her thing, yeah. So hooker, any female now is hooker. So that's
yeah, especially Mags. She's called
her
Mags
daughter, yeah,
quite a bit.
Which does make me feel odd every time, but you know.
I can tell you physically squirm in your chair
when like that. Yeah.
When she says, "Oh, that hooker,"
yeah.
Kevin's like, "Oh,
yeah." It's.
I see. She can't see you from where she's sitting.
No,
I can see both.
And I'm kind of
y'all.
glad because you probably do it more often just to get me to cringe more. It's like, oh man, yeah. I apologize for the late start, but want to get some of your emails. I know some of them because we get so many. I knew some were kind of falling through the cracks, so I wanted to make sure to get those in here and get those up. So. It is a lot. I do look. I would love to get back to everybody who sends us an email. My eyes see. I think every email that comes in here, so I do read them. It's just there's too many. I do love all the feedback that you guys give us, but there's just too many for us to respond back to everybody.
Some emails are just not perfect for reading on the air for everybody.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So hit or miss. In fact, I read a couple yesterday that I think people were protesting on when we were talking about taxes. So so you gotta. Some of them just like, hey, I like the feedback, but yeah, if we read that on the show, we're going to have people like, there's going to be mutiny. So
they were protesting what? They were saying.
Remember the email yesterday about Virginia's taxes?
Oh,
and she went on about that, like, oh my gosh, you guys talking about taxes and stuff.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. So that was probably one I probably should just hand it off to Virginia. So, I got to be kind of the gatekeeper. That's kind of what happens after the regular show to this. I'm going through emails saying, okay, maybe that'll go here and that'll go there, and I'll put them in this order.
And then there's some emails that are they just trash us, and you're like, you throw that one away.
Or we put it in the hate song, So, so you got to kind of sort all this kind of stuff out. So if we ever get a late start, trust me, I'm trying to go as fast as I can. It's like I was taking a big dump or
he was not
out chugging beers or whatever.
My man was not taking a dump. He was not chugging beers.
It just takes a little while. So we try to start as fast as we can. So
plus there was a technical thing. They had to shut down
They did.
They had it's boring shit with that technical stuff.
Yeah. So that caused a little bit of the delay. So for the live audience, we do try to get on time. Got a couple other comments from today's regular show. Viv was talking about Jay Bird trying to break the world record for the most 4-letter words in 60 seconds. It was like 106. Jay Bird got to 35, and he kind of got stuck on suck lick. And Viv says, I was dropping off my 9-year-old when that was going on, and our windows were down and the radio was loud, and I quickly lowered the volume. My son said, thanks for doing that. That was kind of a cringy moment.
Well, pull it up to your school. Suck lick.
What?
Poor kid.
Yeah, he's 9.
Hope you bounce
friends.
back, kid. Hope you bounce back.
His friend's like, what's going on in there?
You know what, though? Try that game with your friends, especially if you're having a couple of drinks, you're having a little party or a little get-together. Try to say as many 4-letter words as you can in a minute without
fun
repeating.
Challenge.
It's very fun.
It's a fun challenge. It's tough.
Even though that was a fail, I had great fun doing that.
I couldn't imagine if you were hammered trying to do that.
That's why I think it would be even more fun.
Couldn't imagine. Yeah, in fact, it would probably be a good test if you're really drunk, because sometimes you don't really know. You're like, I've been drinking for a while, but I feel fine. You know, the way that I know is if I'm hammered is I will try to start typing. Like I'll be at home and doing whatever, like messing around with some music or whatever, and I'm just like, whoa, like what is going on? If you ever tried to type fast hammered.
Oh yeah, it's terrible.
And you're just like, what the hell is going on? That's where I'm like, wow, dude, I'm like, Kev, you're hammered, bro.
Yeah, I know when it's time to walk away from the think tank for the show. If I'm too drunk.
Yeah.
It's like, now it's probably time just to chill.
Yeah. And nothing from this point forward is going to be good.
At
So
all.
might as well go on to something else. Jason in his email said, I was born and raised in South Florida, and I heard you guys talking about the, is it punch buggy or slug bug that you do, no takebacks. He said, in South Florida, I've always used both. So, but it did seem like the punch buggy was a lot bigger. In fact, we'd done a KVJ TV poll, and it was like 90+% knew it as punch buggy. I came from an area where it was slug bug in southeastern Ohio, and so in that area, southwestern Ohio, they were listening, and they texted and said, it's slug bug here. So.
Slugbug sounds a little intense, and don't be fucking hitting me on a road trip. That's first thing. We want to do snacks.
Yeah, that was always a kid thing. That was when you're probably like, it was probably when we were like 12. That was a big thing then. You know, that's where you're punching all your friends and you're just,
Well,
just a little asshole.
Back in Logan, did you guys play a game? We called those knuckles, and then there was flicks. And flicks is when you would put your knuckles out and you would flick as hard as you could. And then these motherfuckers would play knuckles at the outside at Lake Park Elementary, where they would punch each other's fist as hard as you can. And as soon as the person that quit first was the pussy, and they lost.
I think we had that kind of stuff. I do remember there was something. I just remember Don Conley was, I can't remember what it was. You would sit there and I remember it was Froggy. It was like and you would take your middle finger and you put it out, like you'd make a fist, but then your middle finger would be raised and you come up and you would punch somebody and their skin would raise up real quick and then go back down. And they would just get a thrill on that. And I just remember Don Conley, that is all he would do is go around and go, boom, Froggy. And you'd be like, you son of a bitch. And you'd want to do something, but he could, you'd want to do something, but Don would kick your ass. So it's like, you just take the one hit from him. That was good enough.
That move was awful. And then the get behind you and put your hands out and then bop someone's ears as hard as they could from behind.
Yeah.
That was a pretty rough one, too.
That was, yeah. There was a lot of that was the biggest bullying tactics we had. Yeah, there was a couple things going on. I remember Motor City Mongo earlier, too. He said, in Detroit, it's slug bug where I am. And I thought this was kind of interesting because I got this email from a guy named Tyler, and he said, hey, I was killing time at a dive bar by the Detroit airport last weekend, and in a crazy coincidence, I met Motor City Mongo. Kind of crazy stuff. In fact, Motor City Mongo sent me a text. Mongo had on a KVJ shirt, and this guy Tyler's like, you know KVJ? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I listen to him all the time. And he's like, me too. And Tyler had on a Savannah Bananas hat. And he's like, yeah, I heard about this team from KVJ's TikTok.
That's awesome.
And there they were, just in a little offshoot bar there in Detroit. So love to hear when KVJ Nation grows. If you listen to us somewhere outside of South Florida, let us know, because we have a map for KVJ Nation so that, hey, whatever city you're in, you can get together. And then sometimes when we travel around, we'll be like, hey, we're going to be in this town if you guys want to meet up for a cocktail.
Oh, people have met up. It's even gotten to the likings of people porking that didn't know each other.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe like a little Pizzle, little Broward thing. Oh, yeah.
That's still in South Florida.
But I'm saying just people in general that didn't know each other that met through the KVJ show.
Yeah.
They end up porking one another.
We married a couple at the first or second Vanilla Ice holiday house party that had met through KVJ, and yeah, we've married people and all kinds of stuff, bringing people together.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. So anyway, it was really cool. Tyler also, I believe, is an author. You watch this. So that's his book that he published. So very nice. So he was in Detroit for his book release party when he ran into Mongo.
Fuck yeah, I hope it went well.
Yeah. Got another one here. And Jason wanted to throw in, too, for the Punch Buggy Slug Bug. He said, we also had the Cruiser Bruiser in our arsenal for whenever you saw a PT Cruiser. So I guess you say Cruiser Bruiser.
My boy drove a PT Cruiser back in the day, and he got so much shit for it. For driving a PT Cruiser. I always thought it
I don't know what happened.
It was cool, man. I didn't think it was awful.
I remember when Virginia and I first got to town, we gave away a PT Cruiser. And I think it was when it first came out. It was supposed to be cool. And then I remember years later being going, yeah, looking back, that may not have been the coolest giveaway.
I think he got a little bit late to the dance, and it was a little cheaper. And at that point, PT Cruiser was just...
I don't know when they became uncool. What happened to the PT Cruiser? And yeah, they come out, it's supposed to be a beachy looking car. I'm like, oh, it's South Florida. This is going to be great. And then somehow they just became.
It did. Made fun of people for some reason.
Yeah. What is supposed to be the most uncool car that you ever hear? Because what is it? It's not the Sable. There's a Ford car that I know people always make fun of, like is the uncoolest model car that you could have, and PT Cruiser is one of those. What is the one from Ford?
It was weird because PT Cruiser, all of a sudden everyone woke up and started making fun of the PT Cruiser.
Yeah.
It was the universal joke.
Yeah, and that was kind of it. Yeah, so some of the uncoolest car brands of all time. Do you remember the AMC Gremlin?
I do. That's old school.
That's way old. Ford Pinto.
I think the Gremlin, I think some people think it's cool now.
The Gremlin?
The Gremlin.
Okay.
Because it was uncool.
Okay, it was so uncool it became cool.
You know how that shit works.
Yeah. Let me see. The Yugo, I remember that from the 80s.
Yeah.
Remember that was a Yugoslavian car?
They had a big campaign on that thing.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I can't remember what the Ford brand was. A Taurus, that's right. Taurus. Everybody rags on Taurus.
People used to rag at El Caminos all the time, and El
Camino, yeah. I thought El Camino was kind of.
I think they're cool now.
It's a truck. It's a car.
Yeah, I think they were shitty back in the day.
It's a char. It's
cool
a cuck.
now.
I don't know.
Everyone I knew that drove an El Camino back in Lake Park was involved in drugs on some level. Heavy. We're talking 80s cocaine.
Yeah, that was always for us. It was weed smokers.
Okay.
They a lot of times would be in those in the vans. I remember they had the vans with the carpeting in it.
I mean, that's just predators galore right there.
Yeah, I remember Colin Mowry's mom, Denise, dated a guy named Puff, and he had a van. And I remember he took us to our version of Chuck E. Cheese, and we're just like, what is that smell? And I remember all the kids, we kept asking them, did you hit a skunk? Like, what is that? Because I think we're in 5th grade.
Oh, yeah. What was the Chuck E. Cheese that was low budget?
I think it was called Showbiz Pizza. It was in Lancaster.
Come on now.
Yeah.
I definitely know Showbiz Pizza.
Showbiz Pizza, okay, yeah. Because that was kind of like a downgrade of Chuck E. Cheese, wasn't it? Wasn't that what Showbiz was? It was kind of...
I like Showbiz better than Chuck E.
Okay, I remember it was kind of we didn't have Chuck E. Cheese. That was too fancy for my area, so we had Showbiz.
But I do remember living here in South Florida and Chuck E. Cheese finally being opened and it being a big fucking deal.
Oh, I could imagine.
At least in my family.
We would have lost our minds. We never got good stuff like that. I mean, the finest dining we had was Olive Garden, and so Showbiz was all we got.
It was packed. And I mean, think about it. We're talking 85.
Yeah.
There was a lot of cool shit that there's out now. Going to a place where there's pizza and then mechanical fucking animals on stage playing instruments.
Yeah.
Blew my fucking mind.
And then there's another one. I can't remember the name of it, but it was a Christian place.
Oh,
and so it was, yeah. So they would go in there, and I remember all the games you win. You win like little Bibles and all this kind of stuff.
A fresh order of Jesus sticks.
I remember we took, who was it? I took one of my friends, and he didn't know what it was. And I remember he got a Bible. He was like, what is this shit?
This ain't Showbiz Pizza, kid.
He was so upset that he put in all that work, and all he wanted was a damn Bible. I'm like, all right, shh. Getting a lot of emails about the Bigfoot Fest. going on. Oddly enough, I met up with one of my old high school friends from Logan yesterday in Boca. And everybody's well aware of this Sasquatch Festival that's coming up.
There's a buzz around this thing.
Yeah. And they were kind of kidding. I don't know. I think they were kidding, but they're like, oh, yeah, we're going back.
I think people are going to this thing. If we're legit doing the RV, which we are talking behind the scenes, I'm definitely, regardless, going in an airplane. I'm going up there. I'm not missing this thing.
Yeah.
That's happening. Whether it's the RV, that I can't.
Well, I'm hearing from people. I think some people are talking about booking rooms. Listen to this. Lindsay, she said, I've been listening to KVJ for over 10 years now. I used to live in Boynton Beach, and now I live in Westchester, Ohio, about 2 hours away from Logan near Cincinnati. Yeah, I think she sent in a photo where her neighbors have a Bigfoot cutout in front of it. And she said, I'd love to see you guys at the Bigfoot Fest. Do you know the address, or can you keep us all updated where exactly the event takes place? I think the event page says it's downtown Logan, but I still want more of an address. Yeah, Logan doesn't have much of an address.
You'll find us.
Yeah.
I mean, drive around for 20 minutes.
I know y'all are thinking South Florida. Like, I'm not going to trust you. You'll find somebody in Logan. Yeah. It's
and they
all
will know
good.
about the festival.
Yeah, no, it's going to be on Main Street. There's a big old courthouse, I would say, kind of in that roundabout area is where the festivities are going to go on. But, you know, if we get up there and make this thing happen, you know, we'll definitely have probably meetup times. Maybe every day you can meet at the Pizza Crossing, because Pizza Crossing is right off of Main Street right there. So that'd be a great meetup place.
Yeah, I think I'm going to hang out with your father and then party with the nation. Because, I mean, I don't want to be all hammered up in front of your dad.
Yeah,
I'd rather
get it.
chill.
Just seeing you, I think
but
that'd be
I'd love
good.
to see him and spend some time with him. But then, me and the nation need to go fucking tear it up Logan style.
Yeah, so that would be fun if we could go and.
Yeah, and the other thing, me and Denny's we're about 90% in. I believe it's I think it's is it in May, Denny's? The Comic-Con thing in Orlando? Is it May? Yeah, there's that
okay.
Where the Karate Kid actors are going to be there in Orlando. It's coming up in May, and I know some of the nation's going up there. I wouldn't mind meeting some people and having some fun while we're in Orlando.
Oh, that'd be cool. Orlando's a great town.
Definitely. I know a lot of KVJ Nation is going.
Okay. That'll be cool. So we'll let you know about that as well. Let me see here. We got an email from Christy. Said, I was thinking about a couple things. First off, if there's any RV options, would they allow you to travel one way and then fly back so the road trip isn't too long? You can maybe look into that. I don't know. I mean, I know with a rental car, typically, you know, if you drop it off, you'll have Avis or something like that, and then you drop it off at another Avis. I don't know if our RV place does that.
I'm not sure, but I'll have that information real soon.
So we'll take a look into that. And and she had also suggested, because we were talking about which is a worse birth, natural or C-section. He's talking about one of those labor pain machines. Yeah, those are the TENS machines that can dial up contractions. This would be an absolute hilarious bit. We've done that before. Yeah.
We can bring that back. It's been a long time, and that thing drops your dick right to the dirt.
Yeah, and it simulates what the contractions feel like. I remember that. It gives you a whole new reality for it. It is tough.
It's uncomfortable.
And if you're looking for somebody to drive an RV, Gina said, my mom, Rambo, is your biggest fan. She's been driving a 37-foot RV for about 20 years. She's gone to many of your events. She went out, she brought the RV into the first annual Vanilla Ice holiday block party. That's nice.
Okay, so she's old school KVJ.
Yeah. So there you go. And she was at the Crawfish Fest this weekend. So Sandra's her real name. So if you need somebody to drive the RV, apparently Rambo is volunteering.
Okay. I got to run that through the witch, remember.
I got to know everything.
Yeah, right. Another possible meetup request. Katarina said, love you guys. Listen for 18 years, but I've never met any of you. That's crazy. Said I would be at Sam Hunt on Thursday night. Can we meet you there? Yeah, we could. I'm going to, that's the plan, to be there. I'm going to be out there. They got me now. I'm going to be introducing Goo Goo Dolls up on stage with Randy, and I don't think Virginia's going out, right?
I can't because of Weird and Whatever podcast tomorrow night, and I think Virginia's going to some other bullshit. She was squawking about why she's not.
Okay.
There was rage behind it, but
there was. She was angry about something.
It bleeds together.
I know. You can't. Why is she upset now? I can't.
There's so much rage.
Yeah, so much rage. Yeah.
I'm like,
she's
all
very
right.
angry about it, about something.
She's squawking again.
Yeah. So, yeah, because I thought she'd really wanted to be out there for Goo Goo Dolls, but now she's not.
There was a reason why, though. Something rubbed her the wrong way, and I just remember it got aggressive.
All right. Well, I'll be out there on stage with Randy, so I'm doing that. But I saw the introduction. Goo Goo Dolls go on before Sam Hunt. So what I'm going to be doing is I'll do the intro, and, sometimes they have you on 10 minutes before the act, and then I'm going to go over there. But I don't know how we find each other, but I'll try to post something up. But, yeah, if anybody's going to be there to Sam Hunt,
yeah, I
maybe
would.
There's a place we can meet.
I'd be going. I just we planned this kind of last week, unfortunately, with the podcast.
What night you're going to be doing it?
Yeah, it's different every week with our group.
Yeah.
As long as it gets out by Fridays, the main thing, because that's where the most of the downloads are from, is from just the downloads, not the YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, and yesterday we were talking about the weather. Somebody said look into that because the forecast doesn't look as cheery as it once was. And I saw today it looks like you're not going to have a torrential rain out, but you are going to see some rain. Now, Sandra Shaw today on WPBF TV 25, I think she had it at 40% chance of rain Thursday, then 30 Friday, 40 on Saturday, and 30 on Sunday. And she had said, yeah, you'll maybe just see a shower here or there. It's a lot better than the Weather Channel that is not making it look good. In fact, the Weather Channel keeps increasing the rain chances. They've got Thursday at a 65% chance of rain, Friday at 73%, and Saturday at a 79% chance of rain, and then 42% for Sunday. And they've got cloud and rain covering the whole thing, so they make it look miserable.
So you're saying there's a chance it could be sunny?
I think that's more it. There's a chance that it could be sunny, but you're probably going to see some rain somewhere at Sunfest throughout the day, and so I guess just be prepared for that. You can bring umbrellas into Sunfest, but during the acts, they may have you put them down. So, you could maybe, if you're planning on walking around, but if it's going to be raining and you plan on staying there watching an act, then y'all know you probably have to go poncho at that point. So just kind of a heads up. I got an email here from Tatiana. She said, I'm heading to Mexico City for a week to be with my brother, and I fully intend on listening to you guys live through the app to bring me a sense of home. Also, a report back on crime. You guys keep harping on that. Last week on the After the Show podcast, it was right after I'd made the decision to go alone, and your discussion freaked me out just a tad, but I'm still going. Now I'm a fluent Spanish speaker who grew up traveling to Colombia to visit my family, so I'm not worried. This isn't my first trip alone, but it definitely is since the world shut down a few years ago, so I look forward to getting out of the country and visiting a historic area. Yeah, Mexico City, for what I see, at least because I watch the shows, I've never been there personally. I've had an invite that I haven't gotten nailed down to go there. I would love to go to Mexico City, and it looks like a really cool, modern, trendy city. I think if you hang near the cities, you're kind of okay. The problems that I see is when you get out into some of the rural areas.
Don't go searching for some exotic animals.
Yeah, right. Kind of mind your P's and Q's. Don't do anything that could, be deemed as breaking the law, because I think a lot of the police are a little shady there. They don't make a lot of money, and so they hustle people for some extra cash. So if you had somebody you knew, that'd be great. And if your brother's there, that'll be better.
If I'm on vacation, I'm going to be drinking, having a buzz. I'm getting my buzz on, and I'm having a good time. Mm-hmm. I would be the easiest fucking person to mug. And you could do it with a smile and a hug. And I wouldn't know what hit me until at least 7 miles or 43 mins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
I hear you. Yeah, that's why I think having somebody there, and she said, your freelancing artist brother is there, but does anybody have any advice on Mexico City? Yeah, I'd love to hear that if you do go. That's all I know from just what I've heard from some comments and what I've seen watching Netflix specials.
Well, that's what we all learned from.
Yeah. Mexico City looks great. She said, I do know you guys love the Palm Beach Kennel Club. So if you would, come out. My family loves it as well. And we got a fundraising event called Poker Cards for Cystic Fibrosis. It's going to be on May 15th, and all proceeds benefit our Crossing for Cystic Fibrosis team fundraising goals. Piper's Angels Foundation, we worked with them before. Tatiana, we'd done the paddleboarding with her. So, yeah, definitely go support them. They do that 80-mile ocean paddle. It's June 26th this year from Bimini, Bahamas to Lake Worth Beach. So you can follow us at Crossing 4CF.
I think me and Sweet Denny's are doing an event out there, too.
Okay.
Aren't we supposed to be doing a poker tournament?
Yeah, we're talking about doing one for Little Smiles where people will be able to watch you on our YouTube channel because they've got all the video stuff set up, and people will be able to donate into your kitty through like a Venmo, and then whatever money you guys wind up making, then, you know, proceeds will go to Little Smiles.
If you have the right crew playing poker, I'm not even kidding you. It's some of the most fun I've had in the last 10 years. You gotta get the right combination of people, the right night, so everyone can stay up a bit. It is such great fun.
And for the charity, people will be able to buy in to play on your table because they've got a really macked out table that they use for TV and all that kind of stuff. So you'll be playing there, and if somebody wants to play on the big dog table, then you could buy in for whatever it's going to be to get in to play a game with Jaybird and Denny's.
And I'm not even sure if Jaybird's going to be there. Most times, someone else comes out.
Yeah?
An alter ego.
Oh, okay. Lana?
Probably, but Lana will not be there. Because then Lana's going to want to get all...
Cards and BJs?
Yeah, she's going to be blowing everybody. And she'd be a distraction during poker. In fact, you would be poking her.
I hear you. Don't want that going on. That'd be tough. Let me see. Another comment here. In fact, I saw Keither. He said... yeah, I'd rather be homeless in Florida than move back to Pennsylvania. Well, you never know. You might get your wish. I got Ellie. She sent an email. She said, I want to let you know about my friend lives in St. Pete. She was telling me that she has to move out with her boyfriend from their one-bedroom apartment into his parents' home because the landlord decided to increase the rent from $925 a month to $1,700. That is absurd and scary for other people who must be experiencing this and not be lucky enough to have family to move in with. And it definitely is. It's a big issue that they got to deal with. So it's really kind of crazy what's going on. They say the typical household is now spending 31% of its income on mortgage payments. That is the largest share since 2007 and up 24% from the end of last year.
It's fucked, man.
No, it really is. It is mess. And they say in South Florida, landlords are raising rents by as much as 40% when wages have only increased about 6%.
Yeah, Ryan G in the chat room, because this is where I used to live at, the same place. He goes, my old 2-bedroom apartment on Village was $950. Now it's almost $3,000 a month. $3,000 a month to live in a townhouse.
Yeah.
Like you are on the fucking island or something.
There are various communities doing something about it. There's some new laws popping up requiring landlords to provide tenants with at least 60 days notice before they hike up the rents more than 5%. And the required notice period for eviction is being broadened from 30 to 60 days. So you have a little bit more time, but it doesn't do a lot of good when they can't do anything to change the amount. And that's going to be it. But you'll at least have a little bit more time. Broward, Lake Worth Beach, looking into this kind of stuff. Miami-Dade did something similar last month, and they already have stuff in effect in Hialeah and Miami Beach. But yeah, it's absolutely out of control. Unfortunately, for a lot of people trying to find a place to live. So it's just kind of everywhere, you know, these the rents and everything else that is going on. Let me see here. Got a couple other thoughts. This one is from Purina from Orlando. So I was catching up on the show, and I heard you play a throwback. I think Flat Top Cop is my favorite. So catchy, and it made me think about how your TikTok account is going on and how you guys can't use the fun songs because of the restrictions of being a business account. But why don't you use some of Jason's songs on TikTok? It'd be great exposure for the show, and Jason makes really awesome songs.
Well, first of all, thank you for the kind words. I appreciate that. Second of all, I think we are able to do the real songs now. We changed our account. We kind of won that battle. So there's you'll start seeing a lot more stuff on our TikTok. And it's so funny that they emailed that. I was reading up last night how to put your own music up there on TikTok where everyone else can get it as well.
Oh, that's cool.
There's stuff you can do.
Okay.
And we're still just waiting for, I believe, 7 of the 9 theme songs are available on iTunes to download. There's a few that need to get more, that have to get approved. But as of right now, if you type in KVJ theme songs, ringtone should be able to come up on that.
Okay.
On iTunes.
All right. Very cool. We're also talking about foods and beverages that you try, like Tropicana is going to be doing a new cereal for your orange juice, which sounds really gnarly. Talked about a couple other creations where you can put kind of basically potato chips on your burger.
Oh.
Kind of in a dipping sauce.
Redneck lettuce.
Yeah. Another one we got sent our way. Have you tried the Funyuns onion-flavored Mountain Dew?
Ugh. See, that you're getting too fucking cute.
That can't be real. Are people really drinking Funyuns Mountain Dew?
I had a baseball coach who would always buy Mountain Dew and take salty-ass nuts and put them in there, and he did a fuck ton of nuts, and he would let the salt of the nuts and the seed or the nut, I don't know, essence kind of marinate in that thing, and then you chug it, and I thought it would be disgusting. It's kind of good.
Really?
So I wonder if...
Yeah, every now and then, you don't know. That's why Funyuns flavored Mountain Dew, any chance that could be good.
Well, Funyuns isn't necessarily onion. I know they've tried to make it like it's an onion.
Yeah.
It's a salty-ass fucking chip.
It's kind of more that than anything. Absolutely.
Kind of want a Funyun now.
Keith has got this one. What about a Kraft macaroni and ice cream?
I'm not feeling that.
Yeah, Lewin, Kraft macaroni and cheese, French ice cream. Mac and cheese ice cream now? Because I know you love mac and cheese.
If it's a subtle cheese, it could work, but like cheddar cheese or American cheese and ice cream is fucking gnarly, man.
Yeah, might be pretty
Give
gross.
me a brie in there or a creamy cheese. Wait, what's a benign creamy cheese that's out there? Like a, I can't fucking think of it.
Brie?
No, I just said brie. The other one. I can never think of that cheese.
Gouda.
Gouda.
Okay.
Was it Gouda?
Was
Yeah,
it Gouda?
it doesn't matter, Kevin.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Need some cheese help. Virginia would be great with cheese help.
She's good. She's very good at cheese.
Ricotta?
I hate fucking ricotta. I'm such a bad Italian. I can
Okay.
take a ricotta in such small doses. I think it's a BI. I think it's a bully ingredient.
I used to, when I was Meaty Kev, I used to make a protein shake and it called for ricotta cheese. It was crazy. It was like in the plastic, whatever it was, cup thing, and you'd put it in there. And honestly, it blended out and it was great.
Yeah, I think
It
it
was
does
odd.
work.
Yeah.
It's pretty benign like that, but I will say it has a little of that pre-cum when you open it up.
It does. It has the
It's
water
got
on
pre-cum
top.
ricotta, and I don't like that.
Yeah, no, you got to stir it up because it is kind of nasty.
That PCR.
And Yvette said, Keto Kev, have you ever heard of Pili nuts? Pili. There's a brand called Pili Hunters that makes several varieties. A little pricey, but well worth it. Check them out. A must for keto. Never heard of that. But I do love nuts.
Me too, man.
Nuts are great. So there you go. Appreciate all the food suggestions and all of your emails. Again, sorry for the delay today, but appreciate it. We want to make sure we got your feedback on the KVJ After the Show podcast, man. That's why we do this thing. So thanks for sending them a mail at kvjshow.com and remind you to check out Atoll Vodka. You can get that. Virginia has the web address, but if you do a Google search, you can find it, ATOLL Vodka. Y'all have a good one.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.